Okay, today I'm sitting in here, and I'm sitting on my bed, and I hurt myself dancing with my daughter, and so I can't move too much. But I'm not gonna play victim like some people do. There's a couple things. I mean, there's somebody that commented on something that's kind of like sparked my attention. Wow, my eyes look blue. That's crazy. About Amber's little minions, Josh, Raquel, Ayo, all those people joking about knives. Something about knives and something about bringing the knives over. Seems like her friends were talking about knives. I don't know if this has anything to do with the case. It might just be for pictures. It might just be a silly thing. But the fact that they're joking about knives when she's going through domestic abuse but events, it's really strange to me. And I couldn't find the text other talking about the knives. Can I bring them out? It will be a cool idea if I bring the knives over. And there's pictures of the knives. And this is Amber texting her friends. But her friends started this, and it goes back and forth for only like a few minutes. But there's like one audio. Can't show the video. That like seriously give me chills, because there is kind of related to the knives. About hurting her. I found it. Just listen to it. It's Johnny. It is Johnny. This is not fake. Asking her to cut him. After this, I'm gonna say what I think about this whole thing. She is disturbed, but he also he's asking her to cut him, and I don't know if this is something that she put on him or he put on himself. Cut him.
You want to cut me somewhere?
Do I want to cut you?
Yeah. You want an arm? You want a chest? What do you want? What do you want the scar? What do you want? Cut me.
Just don't cut your skin. Please do not cut your skin. Please don't.
Cut me.
Why would I do that?
It's easy.
Don't. Please do not do that. Please do not do that.
Cut me.
Please don't. Please don't cut yourself. You don't need to cut yourself.
I need to do what I want.
I know. I know it hurts. I feel the same.
Cut me.
Okay, this is the first time I heard that. And that is the voice, it's not BS. Maybe like it's upset me because it seems like they're both, it seems like she doesn't sound stressed out or sad at all. And I don't care if he's drunk, I don't care about that. They're playing with knives. It doesn't seem like it's a razor, it seems like it's a knife. Because you can't really cut somebody in their chest with a razor, I don't know. I'm not triggered by it, but I know it's weird. In the audio, he said, cut me. What do you want? Do you want the arm? Do you want the chest? What do you want? He's going like, what? And she's like, please don't cut. Just her voice is just, there's something very fake about it. It's almost like a scene from a movie. She's like, please don't cut yourself. And he goes, well, I want you to do it. And then there's a part that she said, please don't cut your skin. With yourself, your skin, it's the same thing. I don't know. She's an idiot. Please don't cut your skin. And he said, I need to do what I want to do. And that is something that is related to control. And it's not that he is just a weirdo for doing that. He needs to do what he wants to do. And then she said, I know it hurts. I'm not talking about it hurts cutting. People that cut don't feel pain when they're cut. They don't. They don't feel pain. They don't feel anything. She said, no, it hurts. And then he keeps asking, cut me. And this plus the text messages that I saw from her friends bringing the knives, it might just be a joke that her friends would just put in on like, like, I don't know. I don't text my friends and say like, well, just like bring these knives over. I don't know. And he keeps saying, cut me. He doesn't sound too intoxicated. He just sounds sad. And she sounds fake, as usual. I don't know who recorded this. Probably she did. And it's almost like a challenge. He said, well, cut me. Where do you want to cut me? The chest, the arm, what do you want? And I don't know if this is about him responding to something that happened earlier of her hitting him and stuff. So he's kind of like taking control over it. Like, well, you want to destroy me? Here's a knife, cut me. Or this is something that they just did on a regular basis. I know, and I'm not shaming him. This is not about that. I know that he has a history of depression, having bipolar. This is not have bipolar 1. So I'm not shaming him. And also cutting himself and this the self-destructive behaviors like drinking and drug addict and being, drug addictions. This does not make him a wife beater. This makes him a person who needs help. And it's known that he got himself in the past. Also, she got herself. There's pictures of her arms having some scratches, and then she said it was made by him, and I think it was made by herself. It's not so hard to do this and leave a scratch, but with a knife, you don't mess around with a knife. So this is kind of disturbs me. I don't know why I never heard this before. I want your mark. He said, I want your mark. Cut me.
If you don't, I will. Cut me.
Don't. Please don't. Don't cut yourself. Please don't cut yourself. Please don't cut yourself. Please, I know it hurts.
You do it.
I would never cut you.
Cut me.
I would never do that to you.
Come on.
He says, yeah, you will do that to me. Yeah. Because you fucking hate me. So this is what my first theory was, that he's kind of taking control over you hate me. You talk so much shit about me. You hit me in the head so many times. You cut my finger. Cut me. I think it's him trying to take control over her abusing. Hopefully it's that, and that will give him some type of, hopefully he didn't get caught that night. But I think he goes, cut me, just do it because you hate me. And that's a little bit better than him just telling her, cut me, because this is something that they do. This plus the text messages from her friends bringing the knives over disturbed me. I don't know why I didn't see this before. I've been watching and listening to everything. And I was just thinking so much about the Marilyn Manson thing and just all those girls, the accusers and the victims, that I forgot about this. I forgot about Johnny and Amber. And I'm not defending Johnny or Amber. I'm not saying that Johnny is a sick person because he's asking somebody to cut him. And I'm not saying that she's attacking him either. I think it's just strange. And I think his coming, freaking dogs are making noise. I'm making a video. Jesus. This is what you get when you live in a building with a bunch of people around. I think it's him getting control over it because he said, yeah, cut me. Do it. You fucking hate me. So if you take it the way I'm taking it, it's not, I hate to say, but it's not such a bad thing. And it's not him putting himself in a victim situation. It's him kind of trying to get control over it. But I keep thinking about her friends bringing knives over, and that is weird. Yeah, you fucking hate me. Come on.
Yeah, you hate me. Come on. Cut me.
Tell me first.
Do me first. See how she changed? Even in a situation like this, you hear something dropping, and a little razor doesn't make that noise. It's a knife. He said, do it. You haven't hate me. And then she said, no. Do me first. So she changed the narrative right there to her being the one that is going to get hurt by him. I don't know if she said that so she can use it later and she can just show it. Her being such an egotistic narcissist and vain about herself and about her looks, I find it hard to believe that she wants a cut. But they're easy to cover as well. And I know that for a fact. No, do me first. So it's like she taking control over the situation. That's the way I see it.
Not on my arms.
Not on your arms. Not on your arms. I won't be cut. Do you? Just gonna go to court.
is going to go to court. So this is like something between 2016 and 2017, I think. Because, oh my God, he says it's going to go to court. And then the next thing that he says is that knife is really dull. Like that knife is not going to do anything.
The knife is really dull.
No, she says the knife is really dull. He says, I have to use the sharp part.
The sharp part.
Don't
you tell me.
Please don't do that. Put the knife down. Just put the knife down. Don't do that. Do not do that, Johnny. Please, you're gonna
look at you.
You're gonna hurt yourself. Please
I want to
stop.
look at you.
I know you're in pain. Wait. Stop.
Do you know he's in pain?
There's a way for the pain to go away.
There's no way for the pain to go away. That, oh my God. I've seen my... That anybody knows what this... I think for what I know about psychoanalysis and how the brain works of addicts and people that cut and people that abuse people, like her abusing him. There's such a narcissist and such a toxic situation here. It's hard to be on her side, on his side. This is a hot mess. He's pretty much saying, come me. You hate me anyway, why don't you come me? See, if you change the tone like I am, it just sounds like he's kind of badass about it. Come me, you hate me anyway, come me. And then she goes, you two come me first. Even in a situation like that, where somebody who is known for distracting himself, you try to change it and say, you come me first. And then he goes, okay, where do you want it? Not in my arms. Of course, not on your arms. Anyway, I thought that was disturbing. I can't find the picture of her friends bringing the knives over. There was a text message, and it's not deleted. It's out there. But it's almost like the knives look like some type of antique. I'm not trying to defend it. I'm trying to be really neutral here. So it might be something like me saying, oh my God, bring the vintage shoes that you have. Just bring something that is a collection. Somebody who collects knives or swords. I know people who collect them and they're not sharp, they're just collection. That might just make more sense. But if you put that plus this, plus the whole thing, and her friends using penthouse from 1 to penthouse 5, and everybody living there rent free, it kind of makes sense they're trying to get rid of him. And what I think, when I start thinking, somebody made a comment on my video yesterday, saying we're lucky that Johnny's still alive. So what about if we start seeing it not as a gold digger, because she has her own money. I mean, the whole gold digger thing about being a gold digger and getting a bunch of millions of dollars and making him look bad. What about if we change it to trying to get rid of the guy and make him look crazy? He cut himself. He does all this ecstasy. He does all this crazy stuff, throw flowers and red wine all around, cuts himself, does ecstasy and coke for days and days, even if there's no proof of this. There's no proof, or any doctor or any nurse notes on his drug abuse. There isn't. There is only a video that they're talking about Xanax, which is an anxiety medication, and she's offering it to him. So yeah, he might take Xanax. So what? I mean, really, it's no big deal. There is no documenting his drug use. The only thing is, like, he said in court that he had a problem and he's sober now, and sometimes he falls off the wagon because he likes wine and whiskey. That's it. I still haven't seen a document that says that Johnny had all these levels of drugs in his blood. For I know, you know who was the one photographing herself with bottles of wine on Instagram and all proud of, oh my God, we're going to drink this wine now. Her. She does that. And I don't know, because she's completely tone deaf to the situation or stupid, or it's a way of going just like rubbing it on her face, in Johnny's face, and everybody who's on his side, like I am. I'm not saying this to defend her. cutting each other is something that is very, I've seen it before in relationships like this, and they're both addicted to their own abuse. It's very weird. And I don't see it as something that it makes him um, a wife beater just because he likes to cut himself, or he wants her to cut him. This doesn't make you a wife beater. It just makes you a person with a mental illness, which he said before that he has it. It's not a secret. Having a mental illness, cutting yourself, distracting yourself with alcohol or drugs because you have a fucked up childhood like he was, does not make you a wife beater. That's all. That's all I want to say. And then I want to go to like kind of like the how Amber changes the narrative and turns into a victim with every situation that she comes across. There's something very disturbing about well, besides Amber going to the women march and talking in the march and talking, being the ambassador or whatever the hell she's in the ambassador off and lying to everybody about what happens to her. So get on those positions of not power, but kind of more attention. You get more attention if you're the ambassador of, the face of domestic violence, than if you're just a regular actress. Of course, you're going to get more attention. And then there's something that also strike me. This is not a new thing, but I put this together as such a narcissist as she is, and I'm going to say it over and again. I don't care. About Kate James. Kate James was her assistant from 2000. From 2012 to 2015. That's 3 years, so they know each other. Kate James, in LA, she was working as an assistant. Here, people have assistant like they change underwear. It's a very normal thing to change assistants, unless you have a loyal person that's been your assistant for 20 years, like Johnny has. If you kind of like a B actress like she is, you change assistants all the time because nobody can deal with you. So you're a pain in the butt. So Kate James, her last assistant until 2015, told her in confidence, as assistant really, sometimes they turn to be friends with a person. In confidence, something that happened to her in Brazil, this is really messed up, about 20 years ago. So this assistant is at least my age, like on to her 40s, because I have 26 years ago. So Kate James said this to Amber: well, this happened. This is horrible. I was raped and assaulted by machete gun by all these guys in Brazil. I'm not making this up. It's out there. The messed up thing, and that was just how she uses people's mental problems or mental things or past abuses on her to be her own, because she's that messed up. She said this on TV that she can't say 26 years because that makes her, it cannot happen 26 years to her, but it happened to Kate James about 26 years ago in Brazil. I'm not even going to go on what happened to Kate James, but Kate James went on the Daily Mail, and she went on. She didn't just testify in court, but she went on every online magazine that she could and said that she was very disturbed and very sad and disappointed that Amber will use her story for her own benefit. And Bimbo Heard, I'm going to call her Bimbo Poop, use Kate's story for her benefit. I think that, I'm not saying that is worse than cutting somebody's finger or abusing Johnny, but as her just talking so much about how she's all for women, right? And she's a sister and all that, and she is stealing somebody's rape story, that's just a different level of just evilness. And then she became the ambassador of domestic abuse and abuse in general. And this is a story that got her the most attention before Johnny Depp and in between the Johnny thing and the trial right now. She's been milking on the domestic violence thing, everything. Like the L'Oreal Paris thing. Oh, you're worth it and all that. They not the movies. She's not an Aquaman or was an Aquaman because she's a abused person, but she gained so much attention. Like she was posing with the vice president. She was, oh my god, and all that based on a lie that she stole from somebody else. That this person did got raped 26 years ago in Brazil. So I'm at 20 minutes, and I gotta go make some tea. So this is Amber is speaking in Women Rising, which is a women march that happened in 2020. She should not be doing that, but she did. People are saying she should be in jail, lock her up, and all that. And this is a narcissist speech, like right off the bat, narcissist speech. It's all about herself.
It started slowly. I arose from my bed one day, a few years into my own private battle, and I smelled smoke. I had for years walked tired and weary into battle every single day, alone, privately, longing for a different kind of
All about her. She dealt with it alone, privately.
world than the one in which I used to live. One that reminded me that despite all that I had done and fought for, all I had said and survived for before and through my very public, heart-wrenchingly lonely battle for justice, that I, a woman, would never truly see it. That my voice couldn't fully count.
Okay, if you know, I'm not an expert on body language or speech language, but those people are out there and they're amazing. Her body language right now and the way she's speaking is so fake. She is making a scene for a movie. A woman dealing with this privately. All those, like the way she's talking is not the way people talk when they are outdoors in a march. No.
That despite what it took for me to stand up and finally raise my voice and to speak my truth, it didn't really matter. The deck was stacked against me in ways I couldn't begin to imagine. I learned what many women inherently know.
I learned when it's all about her. It's all about her. She's about to say something about women in general. And I'm like, oh my gosh, she was about to say something about all of us. No, she learned. It's about her. She dealt with it privately. And then we had sound of her abusing him and not being an advocate. She's not an advocate, absolutely nothing. I hope somebody gets it, that somebody in the Virginia case in 2022 gets this and gets it straight up, being like, well, we're going to at least ask for records, for medical records, for x-rays. Where's the x-ray? Where's all these drugs? Yeah, Amber Turd's a big Karen. I know, she's a Karen big time. And in this, did you saw this video? I mean, I'm usually will watch this because I'm a woman and I'm not a feminist. Hell no. But these things just pop, and this was also, she's bisexual, and I have plenty of friends in LA. So I was like, oh, I'm going to watch this. I did not know she was speaking on this thing. And yeah, she is making everything about herself. She's like, I'm a white woman fighting the system. It's just the way she talks. It reminds you of some politician, Trump or whoever in the past, just da-da-da. And I am making a YouTube video right now. It's just, it really embarrassed me. I do not want to embarrass me as a woman, as a human. I'm not anybody better than anybody else because I'm a woman. As a human, that I'm on the planet Earth with somebody like her. I know there's worse people, and there's people that are way more evil than Amber Heard. They're doing way worse than this, planting bombs in Russia, whatever. But her in the march is something that I never. And now to end it, I'm going to play again the Cut Me the cut me radio, the cut me sound. It really just now it doesn't disturb me anymore. Make me really sad.
cut you?
Older.
You want an arm? You want chest?
There, just go. You want your arm? Just listen to this.
Cut me wherever you want. Cut me. You want to cut me somewhere?
Do I want to cut you?
Yeah. You want an arm? You want chest? What do you want? What do you want with the scar? What do you want? Cut me.
Just don't cut your skin. Please do not cut your skin. Please don't.
Cut me.
Why would I?
Does she sounds upset? Does she sounds concerned? Does she said, God, let's just call somebody. Let's just put this down and take your medication. Just let's go to let's sleep it off. Let's just please let's not do this. Well, don't cut yourself. Don't cut your skin. I mean, it's really, and I the way I see it, like I said before, like 20 minutes ago, for whoever's watching now, I feel like he's taking power in a strange way. And I study psychoanalysis, so I just know what people do in these type of situations. And he's like, cut me. You fucking hate me anyway. Cut me. And maybe he's not using this voice, but I think that's the idea. And it's kind of interesting that he went that way.
Why would I do that?
TC.
Don't. Please do not do that. Please do not do that.
Cut me.
Please don't. Please don't cut yourself. You don't need to cut yourself.
I need to do what I want.
I need
I
to
know.
go home.
I know it hurts. I feel the same.
I feel the same. Again, it's about her. The guy has a knife on his head. We know that maybe he smokes some weed or he drinks some. He's pregnant. He's not in a good state of mind, poor guy. And she's like, I know the pain. It's about her again.
Cut me. I want your mark. Cut me. If you don't, I will. Cut me.
Don't.
Cut.
Please don't. Don't cut yourself. Please don't cut yourself.
Cut.
Please don't cut yourself. Please, I know it
You
hurts.
do it.
I would never cut you.
Cut me.
I would never do that to you.
Come on. Yeah, you hate me. Come on.
Okay, that's the most interesting thing he says. He said, yeah, you fucking hate me. Come on. So this is probably like before, well, at the end, nobody cuts anybody, hopefully, or that we know of. I find it sad. I'm not a cutter, but I have plenty of clients and friends that do that. And, it's really not about making a scene. You don't make it about yourself. You don't make it only about yourself. I don't think he knew he was being recorded in a situation like that. That's really messed up. He was being recorded when they were talking about the divorce and about money, whatever, it's different. But being recorded in a situation that you have a knife in your hand, you can hear the drop. It's not the drop of a little razor. It's a drop of a knife. Then plus a text that I saw about her friends bringing knives over. It might just be a coincidence. Somebody collects knives in there. I don't know. But it's very sad that she's recording him in this moment of his life. She should stop the recording right there. We should not be able to listen to this. You know what I mean? But then she's about gender equality, which got nothing with white. I know. It has nothing to do with being white. My God. She makes it about her skin. It's hard. Yeah. I have tears in my eyes. I listened to this. I don't know why. I was into the Marilyn Manson case so much, and I've been working, and I have 2 children, and I was so busy. And somebody sent me this, and why is the first time I hear it? It's not fake. You can tell it is heartbroken. So, do you think that she recorded him on purpose? Right? This was not necessary to record. Recording, I record people before. Recording when it comes to money. When it comes to something that is going to be used in court, okay, fair game. People record, couples record each other all the time. And sometimes they record each other because somebody asked them, a counselor was like, record each other and then we're just going to go through this. And we're going to, all the lawyers are record. Nobody told her to record him in this state of mind. It's messed up. She planned everything. But do you think that she planned this? You can't tell a person. You can't. Yeah, I know she planned everything. I do think. It's good you here talking to me. It makes me less lonely and less stupid talking to a freaking camera. Yeah, she planned everything. But do you think, I mean, somebody said that the other day, and I've been thinking about the same thing. What about she only planned the restraining order to get a 7 million? Remember, she got 7 million. And then this is gonna blow in on her face, on her head. I don't think she knew that it was gonna be this big, and it was gonna be justice for Johnny and about the signatures on his favor. I don't think she thought of that. She had pictures before they were married. Pictures of what? Herself. I know he want her. He love her. There is this. Anybody heard this video when he goes, "I love you, and I will always love you. Let's not go to court. I love you." You don't hear her saying, "I love you" back, not even once. Some people don't say that. It's not your style to say, "I love you" back. But in a situation like that, he's really trying. The video I'm talking about. That's the most played video in here. So I'm not gonna find it. I went for the cut knife thing because it was unbelievable. But in the video, and the other video I'm talking about, yeah, he loves her. He said, "I will love you. I love you anyway. I love you even if we go to court." And he's really calm. It might be because he took medication. It might be because he smoked some weed. It doesn't matter. Who cares if he smoked weed or not? But he's very calm. And she's saying, "I'll have to defend myself." And from what? And he doesn't even talk. Barely he talks. And he said, he talks to say, "I love you." And you hear crickets from the other side. And I think they both knew they were being recorded at that point. He didn't know he was being recorded when he was about to cut himself. There's no freaking way. No way. Yeah, what you think? What about that? What about when he says, "I love you," and she doesn't say it back? And there's text messages of her exchange with her mom and me as a mother. It's heartbreaking. The mom is like, "I love you. Good night. Let me know if you're okay." And Amber is like, "Yes. Can you tell Dad? Did you get my pictures that I sent you? The pictures of her, this thing, the makeup, the Fight Club, whatever." She's all about her mom says, "I love you." She doesn't say, "I love you" back. That's very strange. "I miss you." She doesn't say, "I miss you" back. She's all about, "Did you get the pictures? Did you show the pictures to Dad?" I will just play that later. It is not an audio. It's just text messages. So it's kind of tedious and annoying to read text messages. But Johnny passed out with his ice cream on the sofa. Yeah. I know, right? Who never passed out with her? I remember I used to take a medication. I'm not gonna say which one, but they got me kind of loopy, and I'll wake up with a banana and peanut butter on the other hand. And I'm not Johnny Depp. I am nobody. Can you imagine if somebody was taking pictures of me in that moment and blackmail me with that? My ex, my whoever. We all been smoking some weed and whatever. And that's the thing with America. I know this case was in the UK, but it's coming to Virginia. Virginia is a very conservative state. It will be awesome if it's in California. Virginia, what I'm worried of, that they're going to milk on his drug addiction. And they're going to milk on that and use that against him. Yeah. It's sad, but I mean, there's hope. The 3 days ago, the body came from the LAPD going into the penthouse were released. Nothing on the floor, no wine. At least they have the best housekeeper in the universe, and she picked everything up before the cops went in. She said he destroyed everything, and when the cops go in, there's nothing. The dogs are happy. Picture frames are there. There's fruit baskets in the kitchen. There's not one red wine. You cannot get red wine out of the carpet in like a minute. You just can't. It's impossible. So I think that's going to be used in Virginia, and that's going to be good for on his side. I'm really worried that they're going to use his drug use or his past. He has every relationship that he had has a good record. The only one that doesn't is Kate Moss, but he was with her for like 6 months or whatever, and she's a bit of a nut job, and I don't think they're going to use that. But everybody else, 99% of girlfriends and wives that he had, his children, the people he worked with, they all say nice things about him. He's the most generous man. He has a kind heart. He paid your rent if he has to. He's nice. He's a good father. Come on now. And you don't see people saying that about her. Her assistant from 2012 to 2015 said that she lied and got her story that when she got raped in Brazil and used her for her benefit. The only people that talk nicely about Amber are maybe 5 or 6. You can count them with your hands. Seriously. And they're all being paid. Compares to at least 30 people, I would say, or 30 or 40 people that know him, they've been working with him since the 90s, and they all have nice things to say about him. Don't tell me that he bought all those people. No way. So how? Like, and also what got me about this, there is no record, there's only one bruise in her cheek, we know that's fake. But also there's no record of, and there's no x-rays. If I get hurt, my friends going, I want to go to the hospital. We know I've been in a situation, not myself, but clients that I have. And then you get a social worker coming in. That's the first thing you get, especially here in California, especially if you're famous. You get a social worker asking you what's up, what happened. You get a nurse that's going to treat the wound, and you get a doctor that's going to order x-rays. I have never seen an x-ray of her bust up nose and her lip. No, there's nothing. So I would change my mind about her a little bit if I see a little bit of medical reports. Instagram posts are not medical reports. This is the same with the Marilyn Manson case of this girls, and there's no medical reports. There's nothing. There's nothing on Johnny's drug use as being something that he was doing every single day. There's no blood test that will show this guy was out of the rocket every single day. There isn't. And who hasn't smoked a little weed and drink a little bit of red wine? Pictures of him passing out with the ice cream. I know, and pictures maybe for any situation, like people pass out on Thanksgiving, people pass out on New Year's Eve or on your own birthday. I don't know. I don't think that's a big deal. She got arrested recording abuse. I know. And she tried to brush that under the rug big time. She already has a record. And he doesn't. Not only she abused that girlfriend, she abused her own sister. It's a video. The sister doesn't even have excuse my language, the balls to deny it. I think that I'm going to make another video on her childhood and what I think that she is the way she is, not defending her. But, she was abused and she was hit, beat up kind of badly by her dad. Johnny was abused by his mom. You talk about it, this is not a secret. So what about usually people that got abused, either 50-50, not everybody, they become abusers. They don't know how to deal with it, they become abusers. But I'm not defending her, this is just evil what she's doing, and she's a freaking piece of work. But I think that's the reason why he might deal with her for a few years and wanted to give her a chance because he'd been abused before by his mom and he's trying to make it work because he couldn't make it work with his mom. Is that going too far? I mean, Maryland case, I know there is no case. See, that's the thing. I want to pause it so I can make some tea because this is getting good. I think I made videos about Marilyn Manson. There is no case. First of all, if I go on Instagram right now, with my tablet, and I go and say, oh my God, and I'm nobody, right? And I go like, oh my God, I was assaulted. I wouldn't say rape, but I was, handled, touched, I was human trafficking. I was tortured, like even Rachel Wood talked about torture. On Instagram. Do you think anybody will give it right ass about it? No. One of my friends will say, stop messing around, it's called the police. That's it. So there is no case. An Instagram post that doesn't make it a case. At least Eva Richard Wood has a little bit of a case, a little bit of a past because she was working with the Phoenix Act. But all the other ones, they keep popping out with the same story. It's almost like, don't you think the story seems like it's written by the same person? The story will mention all these girls are saying the same thing. And they're using things against him, like things that he said in interviews, lyrics from his songs. They're using everything against him. Yeah, poor Whitney. I know. What's up with Whitney? I mean, I know Whitney is the youngest sister, and again, I think Whitney got abused by their dad too. This is just not so simple. But more than ever, you should protect your sister. If your little sister got abused, beat up by your dad, both of you did. Don't you think when you grow up as an adult, you will protect your sister? You will protect her from abuse and from darkness. You will not throw her in just to lie when it lies straight up. And it's not, I don't know if she lied because of money. All the other friends did. Io and Josh and Raquel and all these people who live from penthouse 1 to penthouse 5. There was a bunch of people living there. They lie because of money. I don't know. Whitney lied because it's her sister. And it's a really toxic relationship. You don't have to necessarily have toxic relationship with men or your woman. You can have a toxic relationship with your own sister. It's very sad. I am. You're nobody. Yeah, I'm nobody. And the good thing about I mean, I live in California, so I kind of know a little bit about that. I just wish that it wasn't going to happen in Virginia, but she might not get away with it because right here there are. I mean, she got away with getting a restraining order. It's not hard. I know that. But she might not get away with everything completely. In the UK, they're kind of machismo oriented. You know, these people have queens and kings and stuff like that. They're crazy. I'm sorry if anybody's from the UK, but I think that makes sense that she won the UK. But I don't think she's gonna win this with all this evidence. Me Too got gone too far. Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. I think she's banking on that. She banked on Me Too. I'm not surprised that she's not jumping into Marilyn Manson case and say, I support Evan Richard Wood. I haven't seen her doing that, but she's gonna do it any minute. Me Too's gone too far. I wrote it down in there, so good thing you said it. Yeah, and men get abused all the time. And little boys get abused. It's not just little girls. It's constantly. Right now, somebody's getting abused while we're talking. And when men get abused, I mean, this is something that I want to do. I want to do this experiment, going to the park, whatever, and just sitting somebody in a bench, a guy, and not me, because I don't want to do that, but somebody else, somebody who works with me or somebody who offered to do it, be screaming on the top of your lungs to this man sitting on the bench and just screaming at him and not hitting him, but screaming and just abusive thing at the guy, kind of like that. People don't even stop. This has happened. They made an experiment, and I think in France or something, and it will be great if somebody does it here. It probably was done. These are actors, of course, people that know each other, and then they switch it and they put the woman in the bench and the guy screaming to her, top of the lungs, Papa, you bitch, all these words, and screaming on her face. People stop. There was at least 3 guys that stopped, and they were like, what's your problem, man? Leave her alone. And then they explained to people that it was just an experiment. They were friends, and they were either from school, and they were just trying to prove a point. Just try to prove the point they were proving right now. You saw the video? So is it which country? It's not in America, isn't it? Yeah. I'm an only child. I don't have brothers and sisters, but my children, they are boy and girl, and he's very protective. He would just jump. He will cut you. He would just jump and eat your nose if you do something to his sister. So saw it on YouTube. Yeah, I saw on YouTube too. Because somebody said this is something that you could do with one of your friends. And I was like, well, this is kind of dangerous to do. But as long as the cops don't show up, I guess you can do it as an experiment. And it can be done in every city. It will be really interesting if it's done in Chicago, California, Oklahoma City, whatever, New York, San Francisco. It will be cool if it's done everywhere. And we can prove the point. And I'm not trying to say we don't get hurt. I'm not. I got hurt. Okay. But I know men that got hurt too. That's the thing. I think the only good thing that's coming from this case is that a lot of people on YouTube, on Twitter, everywhere are curious about this, and they're doing the research, and I think her stupidity, her evilness open a door for people like us to think a little bit. So I'm trying to find the positive, even if Johnny's wasting millions of dollars. Another thing that pissed me off as a mother is when he said on the audio, everybody heard this. Oh God. When he said, it's the only time you hear his frustration in his voice in this whole conversation. And there's crickets from her because she can't say a damn thing against her father because she's not a mother. She doesn't know shit. He said to her, do you ever think about my son? My son goes to school and they tell him your dad is a wife beater. Imagine that. Yeah. Your dad. I'm so sorry. I am. And we gotta do something about it. Don't you? I think that this Amber Johnny situation is gonna open doors for somebody like, I don't know if your dad, or the people that I know, the people that you know, kind of to go like, you're a man, but you can go to court and do a restraining order. I go with you, support you. Men do that. Men can do that all the time. It's just not right now. It's on the news because Amber Heard put it back on the news, which I thank her for that. I guess most victims are women, not only because of, I think it's because most women are smaller than men and weaker physically. So I won't stand a chance against a guy. Even I'm 5'6" and I can fight, but I won't stand a chance against a man. That is just physiological. That is just science. So I think that's why more women are victims. Right. Well, your dad sounds pretty badass. And your dad is lucky to have somebody like you that speaks on it. Laugh it off and say women are crazy. Isn't in that experiment that you saw and I saw kind of the same reaction? The guys are kind of like, well, I just thought that she was just messing around. But when it's the women getting yelled at, oh my God, what is she did? There's a video. Was a video made in Australia or Canada or something. I don't recall that it was American. Not like it makes it any better or worse. It's great they made that video. Yeah, women are crazy. Me Too movement. It went too far. It started as a good thing that it was about getting Harvey Weinstein out of business and life in general. And Rose McGowan, which happens to be Marilyn Manson's ex-fiance. Gosh, what a mess. It seems like these people know each other. It's really strange. My mom won't speak to him for months. Huh. Right? Yeah. Even if he stood up for himself. And then the woman, I don't want to say bad things about your mom, so let's just keep it. Yeah, but they would they will be like, I can't. You hurt me. I won't talk to you, right? That type of thing. And when it happens to a guy, the guy's like, well, she was on her period, or maybe she had a bad day, she had a headache. I know. I live here. I know it's a mess. There's a lot of good things though about there's good people. But I tend to see the good side too. But the what happened with Manson and Johnny, it's really strange. They know each other. They're brothers. They call themselves brothers. They have matching tattoos. Love my mom, but she's crazy. Yeah, I'm crazy too. That's what my kids think about me. Yeah, Hollywood's a mess. Don't you think it's funny that Johnny is weird? That's a hot mess. Then Johnny and Mason are super friends. They call each other brother, and they have this woman. Johnny only has one against him, but one demonic monster like Amber. And Mason has all these Instagram models popping, and they know each other. And then, yeah, how is weird? It's weird because they know each other, and they share. Even Richard Wood knows Amber assistant, and they share ex-girlfriends because they're both bisexual. They share things in common, and it's not. It's I think it's weird, and I don't like the fact that maybe this was advice to Johnny by his lawyers not to do, but I don't like the fact that Manson, did his declaration and said, "I never seen Johnny hurting anybody, women or men. Johnny's a good guy." Manson did that not in public, but we know we read it, and Johnny's not saying a damn thing about Manson, and I think that's because he's in the heat, and he's gonna be in the heat probably until 2023. So probably that's why he's not saying anything. But I think if they're such a brothers, I think they should get each other, have each other back. hmm Yeah, he's weird. What, Johnny? Oh man, so they're both weird, and they're easy as space goats to point at. They both have drug addiction problems. They're both weird, like it says. So that it's easy to point at the weird people. Um, I'm really worried that it's going to be in Virginia, and the Virginia judge is going to pay too much attention to his addiction. You're an addict, you're always an addict. I work with people, 12-step programs. That's it. You're an addict. You don't say, "Oh, I'm an addict. I was an addict until 2012, and then no." So it's a thing for life. And it has a bad, really stigma to it. And people should not judge you for just that. Doesn't make you a wife beater. Smoking weed and drinking wine doesn't make you a wife beater. Well, crazy. Yeah, but we're not going. I'm not going there out there. My craziness doesn't drive me to ask people for millions of dollars. No, no, I'm not judging. No, no, I'm saying Virginia is going to maybe judge. I'm not judging. Up like my whole life, I got plenty of always stress you out. Yeah. Yeah, and then you end up drinking or doing drugs because because it stress you out. Because they want you to stay skinny, so you take drugs to be skinny. They want you to calm the hell down, so then you do things to calm you down. They want you to be awake all night shooting movies, so you do coke. Yeah, Hollywood stress you out. It's bad. Um, do you think that Virginia is a good idea? I mean, not like nobody can change it. And also, I don't know why it's happening in Virginia. If the whole thing happened here, and it happened in Australia, the whole incident of Amber getting hurt on the plane in Australia, and also Amber getting kidnapped for 3 days in the Bahamas. So why the case is happening in Virginia? I don't know. I know, right? Yeah. Her deposition is hilarious. Anybody who knows a little bit about body language, or anybody who knows a little bit about liars, can tell you there's a part that she's eating. I won't ever eat in court. even if I know I'm winning. You can't eat. Deposition in court, same thing. You're in a serious environment. She's eating while these people are talking. She's like, oh God. And she's wearing a little white shirt and it makes her look so serious. It's so disgusting. It's bad. Amber Grower in Washington Post and it's in Virginia that, oh God. Mm-hmm. The freaking Washington Post. You know, I mean, people like that, the Sun, the Washington Post, the New Yorker, all this, they should just check their facts. They would be like, we're not going to run this until we see more evidence. This is a circus. Yeah, she lied. Well, she lied when she wrote the thing on the Washington Post, right? She's being lying. The deposition is a bunch of lies. And if you saw Johnny's deposition, I'm not laughing at him, but it's quite a thing. He's very calm and he's trying to make sense of it. He even cracks a little bit of jokes about his finger. And her deposition, she is eating, not giving a damn, looking at her lawyer all like, you can people keep saying, oh, but she cries on these videos. She's an actress. Just like the girls that accuse Manson. Yeah, of course, they know how to cry. Amber. And Amber, when they asked her to see, I'm doing what Amber does. Well, like, so I think he grabbed me this part on the, and then this part on my head. I mean, when I saw that, I was like, if this happened to me, or this happens to you, you have that imprinted in your brain, in your heart. You're going to remember. You're not going to be like, and then this was like that, and then I end up on the floor, and then I don't know. It's very strange. I don't know who. If I was her lawyer, I'd be like, "Girl, you messed it up." Yeah, the deposition. I mean, I can watch him till I'm blue in the face. It's like watching a comedy. And she knows when to start crying in the deposition. She's not upset when she's talking about what he did. She's upset when she says, well, I didn't want him to leave. And she's upset when she talks about he was late for her birthday. She said to Brad, how dare you be late for my birthday? I mean, you're your 30s, whatever. You're too old to be like saying that. No tear. There was a couple of tears when she said in the position that she thought she could make him stay and make him change and make him look, she's making him look worse by saying that. And she's showing you how much of a narcissist she is. You cannot leave her alone. She cannot be alone. In their recordings, you can tell that she says, like, you're a coward. You're always splitting. You're always leaving in every fight. And Johnny's like, yeah, I'm leaving because I don't want us to get in it. I don't want violence. That's what I have to leave and go to the other room or just go, get in my car and leave. And she's like, you always leave. You're a coward. That shows you that she really wants the thing to happen so she can. Yeah, nothing came out. It was almost like, I was crying. I was more emotional when I listened to Johnny and cutting himself than. Yeah. Right? Because he was just coming from a business meeting. The guy can be powerful all you want, but everybody has problems and everybody has business meetings, no matter what job you do. And you cannot, obviously, he was late because of the business meeting. And then there's no, in the recordings or any of the witnesses on the were there at her birthday party, they don't say that she seemed worried. Because that's your husband. So he lost money, you lost money. I would be like, what? We lost what? Oh my God, let's talk about this. Like, fuck my birthday. She has no consideration. She's just worried about him being late. Yeah. How much he lost? He lost 600 million, 700 million. At least he made it to her party. If that happened to me, I'd be like, screw her party, man. I'm just gonna go get smashed somewhere in a hotel room. Yeah. There's a couple versions of that. And I don't know which one to believe. Obviously not hers. I don't believe hers at all. There's somebody that said, what's her name? There's so many names, stupider names. The one that says that Johnny went upstairs and ignored her. There's another version that says that she was very stressed out by him being late, and he was drunk and high and falling over things, and she was embarrassed. So which one is it? I think that he went out. He went upstairs. It was like, I can't deal with these people right now. You know what you think? You think he went upstairs, or you think he went upstairs? I think he went upstairs and said, I love you, but let's celebrate tomorrow. I'm tired, and there's nothing wrong with that. Only a brat will throw a fit if your husband is stressed out because he lost money. Only a brat will react the way she did. Yeah, quite horrible. Christy. Is Christy the person that said that he went upstairs to the bed? Poor guy. Maybe smoked some weed or whatever. And then after that, he said, Johnny said, and I believe him 100%, that he was just reading a book in bed, or 2 books in bed, and she started hitting him. And she got the whole thing. She lied about that, but Johnny's version of it is that he was not chill. He was stressed out about the meeting, so he was trying to calm down. He was in bed reading a couple of books. But I'm telling you, she cannot be ignored. She gets crazy when she's ignored. He was reading a book, and she can't handle it. He was late for the party. She can't handle it. She can't be ignored. She's ignored. She's alone for a couple of weeks, maybe a whole month, because he's filming, and she makes all this stuff. She just can't be alone. It's just part of her sickness, I think. All right. Well, I gotta go. That's 1 hour we've been chatting. But yeah, thank you. No, for real. So the video of the sound, the audio of Johnny asking her to cut him, when did that happen? It happened years back. Nice to meet you too. Sorry if anything was kind of like repeat myself over and over. I do that because I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm gonna make some tea. Nice to meet you. Okay, I'm gonna just sign this off, and then I'm going to make a video tomorrow. No, probably later. That is not gonna be live, but I'm gonna make a video correctly about more organized. You should have done this a long time ago. I was just dealing with my own Amber Heard. I have my own, so I was dealing with all that, and I have kids, and but I was involved with it in a way. I signed the petition. I didn't give any money. I signed the petition. I was very involved with it, but I wasn't talking about it. But I was super involved with it. I had people blocking me on Instagram, like friends of Amber, and I didn't do nothing. I didn't do nothing. So yeah, I've been following this for a long time. I just didn't sit down and talk about it. But I signed the petition. I hope that I'm a big fan of Harry. I'm a Potterhead. I'm a big fan of Harry Potter. My whole family is. And the fact that he got fired from for the next Fantastic Beasts movie pissed me off. I really want to write to that woman and say, like, I just don't respect you anymore. She's British, so maybe she's on the side of, yeah, he lost jobs. And I hate when people say he's a millionaire. He doesn't need that. So what if he lost a job? That's a messed up thing to say. He's still a person. Doesn't matter how many millions he has. He still has to work. He has kids. And he has things that he has to maintain. And obviously he has a bunch of people that he pays rent to. So, like, if you hear somebody saying that, I mean, I'm not going to promote violence, but don't slap him. But just go like, dude, that's messed up. It's still his livelihood. It's still his money. He lost 3 movies, and there's a movie coming. His movie came out. It's called City of Lies, and I mean, it looks good, and I'm gonna watch it not only because of Johnny and the other actor on it. I love the dude who plays the other part, but to support him. And he doesn't need our money. Yes, he does, and to support him. So go watch City of Lies, stream it. If you cannot go to the movie theater because COVID, streaming it somewhere, watch it, because I think he needs our support. Maybe he doesn't need our cash, but he needs our support as just people, because this just sucks. Yep, human rights. Anybody who walks in this planet is a person. Everybody deserves to be respected. Period. even I mean, don't even. I'll come back tomorrow with more on that, more on how we should be respected. I mean, even people that've been in prison, they have more. They still have their rights. People that did bad things, they still have rights. They still are able to get jobs and live life. So why this guy is losing jobs and losing? It's just ridiculous. Yeah. Okay, I'm hungry. And I'm just gonna come back later. Thank you for hanging out with me. And I'm not gonna burn my hair with these candles here, but it just looks good. I'm gonna get something to eat. I don't know. What should I eat? Thank you so much for hanging out. Would you like another video on this? I sit here only because I saw the cutting. I heard the cutting video and that sparked my brain. Yeah, good night. Oh, it's nighttime where you are too? Yeah, here it's almost midnight. Holy moly. I'm gonna work tomorrow. But this is worth it. I mean, it's worth it. I don't want to say I'm having fun with somebody else's misery, but I'm really invested. I'm doing a good job. Thank you. You're doing a good job chatting with me and telling me things that I don't know. I have a couple problems in my brain, without getting too much away, that I have this really weird short-term memory loss. So I heard something and I forgot. So thank you for reminding me of the names and the times that this happened, because I forget things very easy, not because I'm stupid, because I have short-term, more-term memory problems. Canada. All right, cool. What time is it in Canada? It's not. I'm gonna sound so ignorant. What time is it in Canada? Children. Yeah, I got children. They're not here with me. Obviously, right now they're with their dad. So I won't be just talking about rape and all that. They're 10 and 12, and they're very protective of each other. And if something happens to my daughter, my son would just kill. So I see the protection of Whitney and Amber, but I still think it's messed up. No, what's weird is that I remember things that happened when they were born. I remember my pregnancies. I remember things that happened to me when I was 5 years old, 6, 8, 10. But I don't remember things like this, who said what channel I was watching. It's a short term. It's not a problem, and it's not so bad. Oh, okay. Obviously, it's cold over there, right? But it's cold here too, with cold. Cold for me is like 65 degrees. Yeah, okay. Good night. Children made me. Children are awesome. Children, I think my son is the smartest person I know. I'm going to tell you that. And mostly people that give you more stress are sometimes not related to you. Sometimes it's just some weirdos that you meet out there. And sometimes it's your mom and dad, or your dad, in your case. Good for your dad to kind of laugh it off. It takes, you have to, sometimes you have to be the bigger person when you deal with people that just hurt you, emotionally or physically or verbally. And that's, I think, what Amber was trying to do. She was like, fight back. Don't leave the fight. Fight back. And he was like, come on, let's go to sleep. Come on. So I think that's very noble, and it's very something to be. I respect him, and I respect anybody who walks out of a fight. Well, these days the first thing children say is like, "Where's the iPad?" I remove their iPads and their phones, and I put them on my desk at night, so they can't get it in the morning. I'm so sorry. He suffered because he was taking it home. He was taking the abuse. I'm sorry. Well, maybe this is good in a way that it will show people like us that we've been abused, or we've been in weird family situations, to not judge everything face value, to not just believe women because they're women. Yeah, love, man. And I think back in the day, I don't know how old your dad was, there was even more pressure. It was the women were always believed. Always. The women will get custody of the children. The women will always be believed. The women will get more child support. This has been going on for decades. Hopefully this case and will just throw some light on that. Yeah, he loved her, I'm sure. That's the only reason to just stay. His family thoughts to take. Yeah. Yeah, and that's yeah, me too. But I walk away from it only because I had grandparents that protect me. So I was able to. But God bless them. Otherwise, I don't know what I would do. We deal with it. Because it's imprinted in our brain that we have to deal with it. It's like these people give birth to you. How can you go against that? You deal with it. And we shouldn't. And there has to be, like even Rachel Wood and Esme Bianco are fighting the Phoenix Act, but they're not fighting it for men. Yeah, love. Who said that love should not hurt? Love should not hurt. Love should not Amber Heard. Yeah, I didn't stay either. I actually know how easy it is to get a restraining order because I got one. And I didn't have to even show a bruise. But mine was for real, so I wasn't lying. Yeah, we should not stay with people like that. All they do is they suck our time and our energy like vampires, and they steal time from your life, and they mess us up. But as long as see, at least you acknowledge it. There's so many people out there, they're still blind about it. Like, maybe I can, and it's a lot of girls do this, or women. Maybe I can change him. The whole bad boy thing. Maybe I can change him. He won't be me. Yeah, if she did it once, she's gonna do it again. If he did it once, she's gonna do it again. So I'm glad that some of us are not blind by love. Even if you had children with somebody, you don't stay just because. You just have to protect yourself. And that takes a different mental state, healthy boundaries. And I think, like, for example, I am going to teach my son, he already knows a few things. He doesn't know about this case. He's 12 years old, but he loves Johnny, actually. He loves Johnny that. I'm teaching my son that it's not okay when his sister goes crazy and yank his hair. It's not okay just because she's a little girl. I'm like, what the hell, man? And vice versa. I don't want them to get used to doing that. They love each other, but they can be rough. And do you believe in myself? Yep, believe in yourself. You just have to love yourself first. If you don't know how to love yourself, you can't love anybody else. You can't even love a goldfish. Seriously. But nobody teach you this stuff. Like you kind of learn it through the punches, no pun intended, in life. Nobody, even I can say about my children, I'm gonna teach them. Not really. I mean, they're gonna go through the BS as well, and they eventually will learn, kind of like we did. All right. So good night, and I'll be here. I can't do this on the weekends, but I can do this during the week. Yeah. Well, good for you, and I'm sorry about everything else that happened, but hopefully, it seems like it make you a better person, a stronger person. Badass, man. Yeah. Mm-hmm. It is, who said also the heaven is paved with people that suffer. We just if whatever you believe, we're going to a good place. Okay, and I support you. Yeah, thank you. And I felt so alone here. Yeah, it's midnight. At midnight I just leave.